Craig.
What?
Craig.
He might hit the ground. He might hit the ground.
I believe I can fly. Woo.
Crazy motherfucker.
How did he make that?
Did you see his flip? You
Ran
fucking
my
idiot.
way.
What's shaking with y'all, man? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. This one right here, this is the one that I've been wanting to do. Rebuild review, tune review on everything that this 2014 R1 is. For those of you that are new to the channel, I have been riding for many decades, but I've always been on 600s. I've got a few other R1s, but this one was the one that I've always wanted. So this was essentially my dream bike. The other R1s I rode, I never really enjoyed like I did 600s. Until I got this one. Just about as small, just about as nimble. It is a little heavy, but with the amount of power that this thing has, it's been producing outrageous amounts of entertainment when I rode this bike. With a string of unfortunate events, we get to this point here, which is a little further than I wanted to be. After this rebuild and everything has been done, we're gonna be reviewing the tune. This is a new motor. We just got it done. ARC Powersports. They got me situated. They got me tuned. Let's talk about this tune real quick. But let's not do it in this scenery. Let's actually ride and talk about it. Someone had just asked me about my gloves, where my white gloves are at. Right here, bing bong. First thing y'all probably gonna notice is how quickly this bike starts up than what it used to start up at. And that's super cool. Of course, this bike has way more power and torque now, but as you can see at low speed, it's really not that big of a deal. A lot of people have jerky, lurchy, finicky motorcycles at real low speed. This thing is fine. And this is one of those bikes that don't have an idle adjustment unless you do it on the ECU. We could just idle it along, no problem. Next thing is definitely the throttle response. That shit is damn near immediate, which I really have to train my wrist for, because as immediate as that shit is, you know, you can get in a bad deal. It does start up in A mode, which is my highest horsepower mode and map. Matter of fact, let's turn it down because we're just chilling right now. Let's go to the lowest mode. You guys are gonna get a proper exhaust clip. That shit sounds righteous, man. Oh, this sound can't resist it. Woo! And that big burble exhaust note is something that this is maintained. It stayed. It's not super big pops and bangs and cracks and shit. I like that because I really wanted to maintain the stock element of this bike. Now, aside from starting up in A mode, there's quite a few changes that have been made to the bike. The throttle, as I said, 1-to-1 now. When I turn my wrist at, the throttle blades open up the same way. On factory tune, it was only at very best 84% throttle blade opening. That just means there's power left on the table, there's performance left there. Factory stuff was held back. There's an intake restrictor plate in here, and you can just cut that right out and you get all of your intake, all of the performance pulled in from it, I should say. We did that. We already did intake upgrades and modifications. Now this bike breathes in just as well as it breathes out. If you're unfortunate like me and you get caught at red lights like this, your temps go up, right? And that's not a big deal. The old temp used to get to about 212 or so before the fan would cut on. The fan cuts on now, right about 197. It would have cut on just a minute. What are you doing? Accelerate on the freeway, man. You're doing 24 miles per hour. If you were going freeway speeds, you would be okay. speedometer, which motorcycles are always extremely optimistic, the speedometer now has the proper math in it to make a more educated estimation of speed. Because this is still just an estimation of speed. This isn't 100% accurate. But I bet if we pull my GPS out, it's going to be very similar in the reference of speed that it's getting right now. This being my low fuel map, it actually is still powerful. Just a nice little roll on of my low power map, which almost feels like how the bike felt when it was normally tuned. With me having sprockets and everything on this bike, it just accelerates so hard now. It's really no effort to be had trying to get busy. The thing that I really love about this bike is that it was already very nimble, it's very powerful, and it's very torquey. And right at the 7 grand range now, my bike unloads a ton of torque now. It has so much more torque that I really never feel like shifting this bike. I can leave it in 6th gear and do whatever the hell it is I want to do at whatever speed. Because as soon as this thing hits 7 grand, all the way up to the top end, because it does rev further, it does rev to 14 now, it has power to go. Now, something that I wasn't understanding of at first is how these engines make their back torque. Engine braking, at least for what I understand. And it has a lot of engine braking on a lot of the modes. Oh God, man, when it hits 7 grand, Lord have mercy. Now, I might end up reducing it on B mode because this is just my cruise mode. So I may pull some of that engine braking down. Because when you're on the freeway just chilling, because this throttle is so responsive, you may not think that you moved your wrist, but you'll feel the speed drop and you'll be like, what the hell happened? But you barely moved your wrist and the throttle has changed. So obviously your speed has changed and obviously you're decelerating. And at first I was thinking, is there something wrong with the bike? But it's just so touchy that when you do let off the throttle, because it brings RPMs down so quickly, you definitely feel it a little bit more than normal. I know y'all want to know about the power and, oh my God, is it faster than this, is it faster than that? Well, the power is not really the big thing, it's the torque. Power is powerful. It's over 160, it's over 165. It's right around 170. But the torque, 80 pound-feet of torque is insane. 80 pound-feet of torque on a motorcycle, if y'all don't know, is outrageous. So with the gearing, I can be a lot higher in the RPMs and the power. Obviously, my top speed is brought down and reduced, but I was never really a top speed guy anyway. I'm a track dude. I want the usability to be there when I want it in any gear, and that's what this gearing is offered. And as well as having this power increase, that power is in an abundant level every time I hit the throttle. So let's put it in A mode. You just do little like that. Oh God, the roll on power is so damn strong. Oh, we're doing, oh my goodness. The roll on wheelie is insane on this thing. It's just so much power and torque. It wanted to do a roll on in third, but I obviously ain't giving the drummer some at that point in time, because the drummer inside this thing is going crazy. The crazy part about it, which you guys probably ain't gonna get on camera, is the little amount of throttle that I'm using and how fast it's going. That, whoa, Jesus, just the littlest twist of the wrist. Look at that. And the power is immense. It leaps out from under me. The bike just absolutely leaps out from under me when you give it throttle. That's something that I really want to work on at the track. Because having this much damn power on tap at any time, that's where this becomes a dangerous weapon. I told you guys I raced one of my boys. He's a M1000 RR. Those bikes are just known to be pretty quick. They're kind of the top of the heap, and that's great. Oh, Jesus. But having the power available and on tap like I do now, my horsepower number on paper gonna look slower for sure than those bikes do. But in real life, it would make you think that this bike is more powerful than it is. So this bike is so much more capable than it used to be, and I was already doing work on it. Wow, incredible.
It's like I'm feeling the bike and I feel like I'm just getting sucked so far back.
Yeah, because the bike accelerates, and this is in low power, so the bike's accelerating and you're trying to keep up on it.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay under as much as I can. I'm still getting just pulled back.
Yeah. And remember, you use your legs to keep you forward, because if you're pulling, you're grabbing throttle.
Got it, okay.
Galen ride this thing is funny because he's basically got all the power in the world. He's tiny on that. This is so terrifyingly fast. It's really gonna ruin the experience of everything slower than it. So I just got a call. I gotta get back on this thing. We'll finish the vlog up here in a second. Whoa! Oh man, what we got going on here?
Keep going all the way in.
Oh, there we go, right there. It's
What year is this?
14.
Just, I thought that was you rolling off, but it ain't. There we go, hit it. Wait, only one of the black.
Hey yo, nah. Hey yo, nah. Hey yo, nah. Nah, B. Fucking nuts.
Not bad for a 50-year-old.
I know, right?
You landed like right here.
about.
God, dude.
And he running off this.
Yeah, dude.
2 left feet. Like,
Look at that fucking distance, man.
I landed about right there. So it's before it starts to take.
Yeah.
But that's only like 3 feet.
come on, Lex. Turn that traction control off.
Fucking peer pressure. Where are you going with that? I gotta put it in the same spot.
Oh yeah.
No, you can do it anywhere.
See, you gotta get one up in the front.
Alright, let's see how sticky this fucker is.
Hey, come check out technology. See the stupid shit technology want to tell you when you do something archaic?
You got the check engine again? The check engine's back.
Motherfucking peer pressuring me, man.
I went to. No, I didn't get it. Wait, no, I did get it.
Legendary.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I know, fucking we died.
Where are you gonna go?
I know, we died, right?
Take my shit off. What you wanna do?
Not die. Only thing. Only requirement.
No, that's easy.
Oh, you get legs! Big ultimate energy.
You wanna get the flames?
I'm like the Fat Joe of the car community.
I don't know where you're from, but this is a you don't know who I know moment. you don't know who I know.
Alright, man, we back in my garage. OG energy with those two, man. It's wild how the earth works, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. This thing is good. Tune is proper. Power on deck. The modes are very different. It used to be kind of the same. B mode was just a little bit sluggish with least active throttle. Now everything's like really good and prime. Track day next. I've got something special coming. You guys are going to have to wait and see. I'm going to make y'all hold out, but trust me, you're going to love it. The shit will be here this week. We're going to come super proper for R's Day. R's Day is going to be really cracking. Yamaha only day that I'm going to be there. Other day where it's all models, I won't be there. So just that Monday. Make sure if you are coming, come on, say what's up. Even if you're not riding, just come. Say what's up. We'll be chilling in the pits. I'm trying to get Darius to come, my coworker, my son, myself, and hopefully I can get some other people to come, but I might have to lend out a few bikes because it's going to be on the Yamaha only day. Either way, we're good. We're ready to rock. And if y'all want that whole ride-along video with Darius and his 600 LT, matter of fact, if you know who Darius is, go ahead and leave that down in the comments. If you want a full ride-along video, leave that in the comments. Let me know, and I might put the whole thing unedited up. Other than that, man, it's 2 and 2, so I'm out.